Hello everybody. I hope you all had a marvellous half term in all the wonderful sunny weather. Now today we're going to start learning how to read a stave. And you might say to me, what is a stave? But I bet you've all seen one. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to use my board, and I might have to switch my board around because it's just facing one way at the moment. But I'm going to start with it like this. Now, a stave, and the reason I'm starting with it like this is because I want it to be nice and big for you. A stave has got 5 lines. Now, I'm drawing them starting at the top and coming down. But in actual fact, when we count or describe a stave, we always count it from the bottom to the top. So I'm going to just put a number 1 here because that is the first line. Then this is the second line. This is the third line. This is the fourth line. And finally, this is the fifth line. And all staves have got 5 lines. But they've also got something else. Look, they have the spaces between the lines. So the first space is this space, and I'm going to put it into a circle so it doesn't look the same as that number 1. And this is the second space. This is the third space. And this is the fourth space. And that all together, the 5 lines and the 4 spaces, is called a stave. So I'm going to just write that for you. This is how you spell the word. S-T-A-V-E. But we pronounce it stave. It's quite similar to some of the words you know, like gave. Sounds very similar, doesn't it? So that's how we spell it, and it's called a stave. So a stave has got 5 lines and 4 spaces. And do you know what I think is very interesting? That on our bodies, we have things at the ends of our arms that have 5 lines and 4 spaces. Look! Our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. And in between the lines, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So I'm often going to use my hand when I'm talking about the lines and the spaces of a stave. Now, we have several different sorts of staves, but the one that we are going to concentrate on is called the treble stave. And the reason we're concentrating on that stave is because we have high voices. Children and most ladies have high voices. Actually, my voice is quite a low voice, but I sting in the treble stave. And we also are going to be learning from October, we will be learning how to play the recorder, and the recorder only plays in the treble stave. Now, the boys amongst you, when you become 13 or 14 or so, your voice will go deeper and you will get your man voice. And men singing the bass stave. So I will show you what those two staves look like. So a treble stave, we draw it like this. We put a treble clef. That's a treble stave. And then a bass stave, you draw it like that. Now I'm going to turn my board around and I'm going to draw those shapes onto some staves which are already on my board. The reason I didn't do this bit on my bit of the board that has the staves on is because the lines are quite close together and I need you to really clearly see the lines and the spaces and how we number them. Okay, first line, first space, second line, second space, third line, third space, fourth line, fourth space, fifth line. Okay, so I'm going to now do a bit of a magic trick and twizzle my board around. Here we are. Just put that in there and reattach it up here. Oh, it doesn't want to go in. There it is. There we are. Now, oh, it's a bit swinging the wrong way. Let's get it so it's hanging straight. Okay, and I have got 2 bits of blue tack. So I'm going to stick that one bit there and this bit on the back on this side, because otherwise it wobbles about a bit and it's a bit noisy and annoying. So I'm going to squish that into my wall like that. And it should stay where it is. Now, perfect. So this is how we draw the treble clef on the treble stave. And this is how we draw the bass clef on the bass stave. So shall we see? I'm going to see if I've got a different colour pen in my bag. I do. A nice green one. So I'm going to make the lines green and the spaces red. So here we have the first line. Now, can you see I've done a really nice, what have I done? Is it a semi-breve? No. Is it a quaver? No. It's a crotchet, that's right. So I've done a crotchet on my first line. And now I'm going to do a crotchet in red inside my first space. Now, I'll go back to green again. My second line has got a green crotchet on it. My second space has got a red crotchet on it. My third line has got a green crotchet on it. And my third space has got a red crotchet on it. Now, I could actually put the stick going down. Shall I do that? It would be fun to do that, wouldn't it? To see it the other way round. Because once you get past the third line, the stick can either go up or down on the third line, but usually it sticks down after the third line. So I'll do the stick going down, but it's still a crotchet. Now, on the fourth line, I'm going to do a green crotchet with the stick down. Inside the fourth space, I'm going to do a red crotchet with the stick down. And on the final line, the fifth line, I'm going to do a green crotchet with a stick down. So, first line, first space. Second line, can you see it's 1, 2, it's on the second line. 1, 2, second space. 1, 2, 3, third line. 1, 2, 3, third space. 1, 2, 3, fourth line. 1, 2, 3, fourth space, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line. And the important thing, just remember this, is where the ball of the note goes. It doesn't matter where the stick goes. It's the ball of the note that tells you if it's on a line or in a space and what number it is. So this one is on the 1, 2, 3, fourth line. What about this one? That one is inside the first space. And this one is inside the fourth space. And then our last one today, this one is on the first line. So remember, we have got 5 lines, first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, and 4 spaces. First space, second space, third space, fourth space. I know that you're going to be fantastic at this because you're so good at everything else we do. So I'm going to have lots of fun teaching you, and I hope you have lots of fun learning it. So I'll say goodbye for today and send you lots of love. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.